So let's discuss some theory of it. So ServiceNow, it's one of the powerful now platform to build any applications and to make the business needs more easy to configure and like to build the functionality as per the client requirement. This tool helps you a lot. It's one of the most user friendly tool because of its API concepts and more of automations. What is this API concepts? We are not writing every line of script in native language. Yes, we are using JavaScript, but we are also using APIs here. So we have APIs that purely work on the client side and few completely work on the client's server side. So we have a different APIs that work for the server, different APIs that work on the client, and this APIs makes the job more simple. And there is another wonderful feature in ServiceNow, that is out of the box functionality, OOTB we call it as. Okay, out of the box functionalities means something that is given by ServiceNow, and using this OOTB you can actually uh, make the work more um, like most of the activities are given by ServiceNow. So according to your requirement, you either can configure it or either you can um, use the same. Okay, so you need not to build everything from the scratch. That is an advantage of working with out of the box functionalities. And how to create it, I have just given you the steps here. So how to create a new ServiceNow account, once again I'm reminding you that it's a free account. It is almost similar to our real-time instance, guys, and you need to have one instance from the day one. Otherwise, whatever we are discussing, we'll be doing it on live, like hands-on on ServiceNow tool. If you are missing out creating an account, while practicing it is hard for you because you have there will be lots of portion or uh, what all activities we are discussing in day to day class, that will be like too much for you to practice. Let's say if you are not creating an account for next 1 week, so all this 1 week activity will be pile up for you, and you have to complete it. Okay, so make sure your instance is up. So how many of you have created your own PDI, like Priyanka, Vishnath, Kesav, Martina, Amar? Hello, hello. Yet to create, or you have done? See, if class is interactive, it will be more easy for us to exchange our queries and I can make you understand the concepts.
Yes, I created, ma'am. Instance.
That's good. And who are all yet to create, please do that. Take this creation of a instance as a priority job. Okay, and coming to ServiceNow background, that means the ground level information. It was founded in the year 2004 by David Lou, Fred Luddy, who, like together with multiple people, this ServiceNow has taken birth in the IT market, and this is to address all the technical related issues. So when it was introduced in the market, they have this idea of just addressing the technical issues using a technology. But later, with the advancement in the tool configurations and all, there are various modules in ServiceNow. There are many hit modules like CSM, ITAM, ITAM. ITAM means Information Technology Operations Management, where all operations are taken care. ITAM means Information Technology Asset Management. ITSM, the one which we are going to understand, like we will be deep diving into all the concepts. IT, Information Technology Service Management. CSM is Customer Service Management. Likewise, we have SAM, HAM, some other modules. It's a very vast subject, guys. But to work on any other modules, you need this baseline concepts that are implemented or discussed in the ITSM area. So ITSM is one of the evergreen module, and you cannot find a project without ITSM involvement usually. It's one of the most required area. But apart from this, see, you can work in ITSM for a couple of years, understand the other modules, just upskill your knowledge into other modules, and try to manage working in 1 2 modules, and you will have more opportunities. Okay. Apart from this, as I mentioned yesterday, we have a certifications which are very important. So I'll also walk you through all those, what is necessary for you to have a strong IT profile to crack any job, or if you are already working for ServiceNow, to do better in your upcoming future projects. So I'll be helping you out with those details even, and we'll be having a mock interviews for admin, mock interviews for development and resume creation. Like, I'll be suggesting you the various tips, and we'll be discussing topic wise interview questions. So with the like, it's one of the advantage for us, let's say, when we are discussing a topic called UI policy. Okay. So I'll be also highlighting the questions that can uh, be part of your interview sessions. So, or you can expect few questions as such we are discussing here. So that will be like a revision for you, as well as we are covering those expected questions in the day to day wise. Okay. The pace is okay, or should I take it little slow?
It's okay.
And see, ServiceNow is also known as a PaaS and SaaS. What is a PaaS? Platform as a service. What is a SaaS? Software as a service. So it's a single tenant architecture. What is single tenant architecture? We have a multi-tenant architecture tool, single tenant architecture tool. Single tenant architecture means, let's say I have a group of 10 people. Multi-tenant means all 10 people are working on one common instance. If someone is doing something, that will impact all other 9 users. And when you're working on multi-tenant architecture, the risk of share like knowledge sharing or sharing of data, uh, uh, it's little complicated. But with single tenant architecture, the system will be more secure. So and definitely the single tenant architecture will cost you more, but that's okay. That also promises you that security. Okay. So yes, ServiceNow is a single tenant architecture. These questions could be part of your CSA, Certified System Administrator, if you are trying to crack your CSA on your own. So there could be some theoretical questions. So we are discussing theory for first 2 3 classes. Later we'll be jumping into all the live activities. Okay. So when someone asks you ServiceNow is a PaaS application or a SaaS application, it is both. PaaS means platform as a service. Yes, it works as a platform to fulfill all the service needs, and it is also a software as a service. Okay. So firstly, what is SaaS offerings? Whenever there are mid and large enterprises with a suite of applications which are focused primarily on automating the process. What is automation? See, um, I have a way to reach my home in multiple ways, but which is short, which is makes mm, the distance shorter. That is something we appreciate it, right? Uh, so quickly I can reach home. I can spend that time on some quality work. Likewise here, you have a automation. You have a normal. When you work on normal scripting and all, what happens? You have to spend more time with the more number of lines. That is going to like add more load to the system, where the performance will be impacted. But whenever you are automating the process, where you'll use very less lines of script and all, where things are more upgraded. So that is how the automation will be different. And yes, now almost all the technical platforms or applications uh, are in a race of automation. So ServiceNow is also one of the tool which provides the advanced automation, like workflows, flow designers. See, in workflows, at least you have a scripting, but flow designers, which are like alternative for workflows, where they want us to go with a zero scripts. Okay. And even in ServiceNow, let's say there is a functionality which you can configure with a tool configurations. That means just by doing certain settings. And there is an alternate way doing it, achieving it with a script. So if you go and write a script, ServiceNow never appreciates your work. They always want a work where you can avoid scripting. That is the motto of ServiceNow. Low code or a no code. You got it? Hello?
Can you repeat this once? Can you please?
ServiceNow always want a working models to be designed with a low code or a no code. Okay, let's say I have a requirement which can be achieved with a tool configuration as well as with a script. If I go with the second option scripting, they never appreciate it. They ask me to go and configure it with a tool configuration. Whenever there is a feasible method to do that, why you are writing a script? This will be a question from your senior management or from your team lead, manager, consultant, whoever it is. Okay, so try to avoid scripting. That is one of the major motto of ServiceNow. You got it now?
Yeah, like we no need to write any scripts to configuration the tool.
No, you can. There are situations where you can write the scripts, where you
Yeah,
need to
in
write
some
the
ways.
scripts.
Yeah,
But
sometimes.
let's say there is a requirement. You have a method A and method B. Method A with simple configurations. You need not to write a script. Method B is completely scripting. So if you are choosing method B, the team doesn't appreciate your work. ServiceNow doesn't
Okay.
want you to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Mostly it's avoid to write
Yeah, it's
scripting.
a low code, no code. That is what I'm saying. Okay.
Okay.
So, like all the workflows, mainly in the IT, human resource, or customer service, or service desk, or service portal, you can see this. Coming to pass, someone's mic is on, so I'm just muting you all. Coming to pass is nothing but a platform as a service that allows customers to build custom business applications. Custom business applications means, let's say we have a different businesses now. Let's talk about food. We have a McDonald's, KFC. Each of them have their own branding, their own advertising, right? And they have a competition between them. Likewise here, to customize the business, see, KFC runs their own online ordering, and they don't want ServiceNow to be their logo or something. They want to customize it under the name of KFC, and they are using technical tools for placing an order on the online and tracking it. But the logo or the branding, everything comes under KFC name. That is also feasible in ServiceNow. Okay, under this PaaS application, it is possible. See, build custom business applications using a multitude of pre-built capabilities. Using the already given capabilities, you can also configure those branding and logo designing everything. Um and more automation is also is provided if you are purchasing the memberships, like subscribing to the different memberships, okay, such as reporting, integration, security standards, and you can also find more robust features and applications, and most of them are already given. That is what I told you, OTB, which is out of the box functionality. That is an added advantage for us, because you are not asked to develop everything from the scratch. Okay, and coming to single tenant architecture, what is a single tenant architecture? Which means that each ServiceNow customer gets their own instance of Now platform on which to run the apps or any application, instead of sharing resource as occurs in the multi-tenant environment. Single tenant tends to cost more to operate, but grants the customer additional feasibility to customize their instance to meet their business needs. For any business promotions like branding the company logo or designing the company URL and all, they can also go with it, and you'll have more security in the single tenant architecture. And what is a Zing? Yesterday I have shown you there is a search engine which is available by default. This is called as a global search. The search engine name that is there in ServiceNow is a Zing. Okay, let's say I want to know some famous restaurant near me. So when I just type this prompt, so it suggests few like few places which are rated with some 4.1, 4.6 something. So I can just open this link and understand. Likewise, if someone is giving me a particular incident number, I'm very new to ServiceNow. Okay, let's assume I don't know what is incident table, but my colleague has given me a number and asked me to just cross verify this and create a one similar to it. So I don't know what is this incident number, but I just have the reference number. This is the number of the incident. Let me just refresh. Paste it here. So just by clicking here, see, it takes me to the incident table. From the URL, I can all the time understand what table it is, what form it is, and who is the caller, what under what category and subcategory these details are displayed. What is a short description, what is the channel of the incident, what is impact, urgency, priority, all this information I can understand. Okay. So this is a global search, guys, and that global search is nothing but a Zing. Zing is a ServiceNow text indexing and search engine. Is the default search engine OOTB used to search now platform record data. Its engine is created entirely with ServiceNow code and implemented within the relational model. What is relational model means? Here in ServiceNow we store the data in table. So what happens with the tables? Here tables interact with other tables. That means tables talks to other tables. Let's say I have a user data. What a user data contains: username, user personal information, what type of roles a personal one user have, which all groups he is part of. This sensitive information also it contains. So where is this role data again? It is stored in a role table. So here when role table and user table, if they interact only, you can see the data, right? So likewise here they are relationally connected to each other, like all the DBMS database management system. You are not directly working on any SQL queries or anything here. Okay, you are everything is more automated. So you'll be directly working on tables. So you'll be working on different filter conditions and all to fetch the data. That's a different concepts which we are going to understand. Okay, coming to competitors. See, to measure the like trend of any particular platform, or to measure the um, success of any application or a platform, we can all the time measure it with the competitors it have. Like ServiceNow have a very big competitors like Salesforce, Atlassian, Broadcom, Zira, BMC Remedy. BMC Remedy, it was one of the very big hit tool. It was a tool for ticketing system. What is a ticketing system? As we already discussed in the demo, whenever there is something happens, you want to report it. Let's say I have ordered something from Amazon. I want to, there is an issue with the product. I have received some damaged product. What do? I raise a return request. I get a reference number. I can track the status, and someone comes and picks up my order, and I get a refund. Likewise, technically, when you want to address your issues, okay, then we have this ticketing system that comes into picture. You raise a ticket, concern team is going to look into the issue. They are going to resolve your case, and in meantime, you can also prioritize your case. Let's say uh, you want to work today, you have some urgent work, you are unable to connect to the Wi-Fi, so your laptop allows only the company's Wi-Fi. Then you can raise a case with the service desk saying that this is the IP address of the laptop, I'm unable to connect to the office network. Then they will move your case to network team. They will cross verify, they'll do some debug activities, they'll try to understand what's the reason behind this issue. So they'll fix it. Likewise, the ticketing system was a very big hit in BMC. Now people who were working for BMC are being migrated to ServiceNow, as BMC is now no more in the IT market. Yes, there are few clients which are using, but it was one of the demanding tool in the market in the past years. As of now, no. Almost is it is been migrated to ServiceNow. Okay, and ServiceNow supports up to last 4 versions. We have seen the version names in yesterday's class, and yes, the current and the latest version is Zurich. So I also ask you to work on the latest version, because in the latest version you can explore all the latest activities. You can experience that advancement of technology. So you don't want to go back to that 2004 version and understand the baseline structure of service now. That is not the idea, or that is not the motto for us. Whatever the advancement that is already given by service now, using that to create the requirement of the client or to meet the demands of the client, we are using this tool, right? So all the time go with the latest version, guys. And working on latest versions, what happens, you will be gaining that hands-on knowledge also with the latest features that are available. And one more point that we have to remember, every 6 months, that means for quarter two or quarter four or quarter one or quarter three, within a gap of 6 months, there will be a new release in the market, and you can experience more advanced or robust features. Uh, Most of the out of the box functionalities are also upgraded, and you'll find more menus, applications, modules are also being introduced. Okay, all the time the latest one gives you more user interface experience compared to your previous versions. Okay, so the first version name was Aspen, and the current ongoing is a Urich. Okay, it might caught your attention that the names of the releases are in alphabetic order following the ServiceNow naming convention. They are named after the cities from North America to South America, Europe, and Asia, guys. And one major reason for the success of ServiceNow is the ITIL. What is this ITIL? Information Technology Infrastructure Library. That means it defines certain principles here. Following this, ServiceNow is doing very well in the IT world. They are a very big competitors, and many big companies, like if I talk about big four like Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, all this. Okay, apart from this big four, there are many other MNC companies like multinational companies which are very big partners of ServiceNow product, and many other mid-range companies are also partners of ServiceNow, and this is just because of its success rate, right? So it follows the principles like procedures, one particular task, a process has been well defined, and it follows that they are meeting the due time, like the deadlines, the checklist. Okay, they are not necessarily specific to an organization or technology, but are still applicable towards many organization strategies by delivering the value and maintaining that competency. Okay, that is one of the key principle of ITIL. And when I talk about this UK government, okay, they have only introduced this ITL concepts and all. They came up with the concept of ITL to avoid IT industry, to avoid the basic errors or service desk related errors, to resolve them using a technical implementation, to avoid the basic errors in IT industry or to meet the standards of business operation for a client. This ITL came into picture, and ServiceNow follows this ITL principles. We are following version 4, which is the latest version of ITIL, guys. Is it clear? Hello.
Yeah, yes.
So you have any questions here? Could you? So Priyanka, who has given you this link, just try to get in touch with them. They'll share you this course content. We will be focusing on all ITSM concepts like the admin, development, and the implementation. Apart from this, I'll give you an introduction to integrations. Okay, Priyanka, is it clear? Sure. And coming to a life cycle, see they have a strategy, design, transition, operation, and the service improvements here. And the advantages of ITL: it reduces the IT operation cost, improves IT productivity and employee satisfaction, establishes a cost-effective practices, builds a stable environment that allows for growth, scale, and change, assist with managing the risk, disruption, and failure, strengthens the customer relationship by delivering efficient services that meet their needs. Okay, And coming to ITL version 4 is a framework designed to standardize the selection, planning, and delivery, maintenance, and overall life cycle of IT services within a business. Like integrations, the latest version of ITL integrates with the ITSM. What is integration? Let's say there is an issue, you want to just raise a case from your WhatsApp or from your Instagram. That is also possible. You are integrating two different applications. You are making two different applications talk to each other. Okay, that is an integration, but it's a very vast module. We'll just cover the basics of it. Okay, like customer service management is also very important to deal with the customer related cases, and customers are treated as a crucial part of a value of any organization. Without customers, you cannot run any business, right? And service value system is vs and flexibility and the communication is most important here. And ServiceNow is a cloud-based application. It supports different modules like ITAM, ITSM, ITBM, business management, okay, service mapping, HRSD, discovery, CSM, service portals, okay, FSM, field service management. This is not only a ticketing tool, it is used to build and operate the business needs by simply automate the work or need using different modules and functionalities. Due to the main concepts like workflow and flow designer and concepts like client and server side scripting, we, sim- we simplify the work to ready to automate using a technical implementation. And as I discussed, many companies are in a race to adopt a ServiceNow platform and to integrate it with the different applications which they are handling in their companies. It is not only limited to ticketing system. There is a lots of advancement of technology in service now. Okay, build many modules of required functionalities to meet the standard need of client. We have integration modules to collide with the AWS, Google Cloud, Azure, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and many other. Okay, why ServiceNow? When someone asks you, it's one of the most user friendly tool. It is more easy and flexible to learn and implement the technology, as most of uh, I'm audible. Hello.
Yes, yes, audible.
Yes, yes.
So sorry guys, there was some technical glitch. And coming here due to the main concepts like workflow, flow designer, server side and client side scripting, that's a very big hit of ServiceNow success journey, following the ideal version 4 principles again. And coming to accessing the ServiceNow, you need not to download this software like we used to do in the like like in the 90s or 20s early. Here, you are not going to download any software. You are directly access it from the web. That is what the cloud applications are. And the cloud stations, they take care of the storage again. So there are many other concepts to understand why ServiceNow is one of the easiest platform to learn and implement. Okay. Now I'll just go back to the platform. This is the logo again. Each one of you will have your own instance like this created. And coming here, so just type basic configuration. Here under system properties, you can see basic configuration UI 16. Just by clicking on basic configuration, you can like configure the logo, the tab title. Here you can see dev 27094 something, all these details. So when I just place my hover my mouse, I can see ServiceNow service management. If I want to set some message here, like snow management. Snow is the short name of ServiceNow, guys. Again, here also you can just have a title like Snow November 2025. Okay, you can also have your own logo or a different time zone. So the time zones are also listed out according to your requirement. You can choose the date format like year, month, date, or month, date, year. You can choose the time format again. Banner text color, or these details you can configure. The properties got updated. The snow November 2025 snow management. If I just refresh, or due to some network issues, the instance is little slow. If I open incident, see from here you can search. This is the menu. These are all the modules. When you just click on incident all, that takes you to the incident table, guys. So here you can see incident snow November 2025. That was the title we have set it. So from basic configuration, you can do all this. And you will also find something like UI 16, right? Which is the latest UI. UI means user interface. Whatever you are able to see on the screen, that is called as a UI. And let's say we'll have a different logo here. So this November. Maybe let's download this image. This is not even small. So when you just come here, you have a again you can set this header captions, tab titles, the time zone, all this also you can configure it from here. And coming to what is the name I have here? Yeah. So add your own desired logo, and here also you can configure your instance color styling part. Okay, people who work for portal or designing, they'll be configuring like navigation, header, footer colors. So you can use some RGB values, or you can also give some hexadecimal codes, and you can change these values again. Okay, after doing like dark theme, light theme we have on mobiles, right? Likewise here, Lazula or Cobalt, you can choose those and save the changes. So those changes will reflect. As we are not working on any styling part, I'm not see, in your free time you can explore all this, guys. See, my logo was added now. Are you able to see those changes? You can refresh the list. You can also pin the list again, and you can add few. Let's say every day I open incidents, so I can also add it to a favorites. So just by clicking on star, like how we bookmark, it's similar to that. From favorites, you can open this every time. And coming to history, what was the activity that I have done 3 minutes ago or 30 minutes ago? Workspaces, like people who work for different workspaces, they'll have access to this. You can also just add it to your favorites, name your particular instance. Okay. Coming to here, this is a global search and application scope. Okay, the global is the standard one. If you want to work on any custom application scopes, you can also do that. The list is big. Okay, according to your project, you will be choosing that particular application, custom application, and you will be configuring it. But usually the global is a standard one. Update sets, this is something very important which we are going to discuss. And coming here, to store user data, we have a table called users. So under user administration, okay, you'll be finding it under user administration. Just open it in a new tab. Sys underscore user, this is the backend name of the user table. So we have a name that is given by ServiceNow, which is also called as a backend name. The name, which is like a label name. Okay, here users is a label name. Sys underscore user is a backend name, guys. So the backend names are also very important while writing any scripting and all. We'll be using the backend values. Okay, and you will be able to see the backend name here on my screen, may not be on your screens because I have enabled an extension of ServiceNow. I'll also educate you regarding this. Okay, so from here, we have some 632 users record. You can see Amos, the manager is empty. Amos location is this. The name is Amos Linen. The email is this. He's an active user. It was created some 14 years ago. Okay. And updated 20 days ago. Like this information you can search. This is the table, user table. So all the users data is stored here. This table is again given by ServiceNow as out of the box. You're not going to create it from scratch. And whatever the data which you are seeing here, it's a dummy data, demo data you call it, or dummy data. With this data you can actually work on it. Okay, so just by clicking on this new button, you have the authority to create a new user record. So let's create something. Okay, hello, I'm audible, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's create a record called Harsha dot snow 11. Okay. So we are just filling the first name, last name, all these details. So when I just click here on the icon, it's a pick list, guys, where you have a few options already available. So you can also add more options to this. This field is a string field. String means where you will have the authority to add alphabets and numeric values. Okay, coming to the department, which is a reference field. What is this reference field? That means it redirects you to the CMN department table. You have a different departments here. So let select the existing department, which is IT. And coming to manager, you can also add manager information here. Like let's say Andrew is a manager for Harsha. And let me add company details. Like you work for ACME South America. Let's add a location, South America. Let's add an email data. So you can add what all languages he understand, all the contact information. Okay. You can add a image again. See, it supports all JPG, PNG, BMP, GIF, all this data. I'm just randomly adding an image, whatever I have. Just save it. So when you just come down, you can see the linked accounts. That means if this Harsha the user whom we have created now. If we have any third party accounts, those details are also provided here in the linked accounts. Okay, and what all subscriptions he have. If you want to reset a password for this user, how we can do that, I'll help you out now. Is there any custom tables that are created by his? You can also just get that information. What all roles? Why roles are very important? Yeah, the roles that you carry on your profile defines the responsibilities that or the activities or configurations that you can do in ServiceNow. Okay, roles are very important, and which all groups you belongs to. Okay, let's say I belong to all the VIP related groups, or I belong to software group. So we have a people who work on one particular area are set into a team, and that team is titled as a group. Okay, what is delegation, all these concepts I'll be covering mostly by tomorrow. Okay, but once if you want to set a password, just click here on this UI button. Okay, how these buttons are also working, I'll help you out. So as I mentioned, everything is automated. You can just generate the password from here. Just click here. See, password needs reset. It is not checked as of now. See, this is a password. You can also uncheck it and copy and paste it somewhere for your reference and save the password. Once I save the password, see, password needs reset. It is automatically enabled. Password saved successfully. Now, just remember the username of Harsha. It is so important. Now, just log out. Provide the username of the user and the password. Make sure you're not copying any spaces here. Now paste the same password. To reset the password, see, minimum of 8 characters, maximum of 100 characters, one lowercase, one uppercase, one digit, one special character. This details are very important. So see, now we have created a new user called Harsha, and we are not giving him any rules. So he'll have a very limited access. So I'll also show you. Just log into Harsha's profile and see. See, Harsha's account, I have added some iPhone image, solution consultant. Okay, here this is the left navigator. If you just see, we are very limited: 1, 2, some 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There is nothing like incident. If I type incident, only self service. Under that, the incidents which are under Harsha's name only it reflects. He cannot see incident table or incident that are raised under different users, because this particular user Harsha doesn't have a roles. He's just treated as a self-service user or a ESS user, who is called as a self-service user, who are here to just use ServiceNow to raise instance and track the instance or track the status of those instances. Okay. When I just log out and come back to my profile, okay, unfortunately, I don't know my credentials. And here, this is the username admin, and this is the password. But just by clicking here, it takes me to that profile. Okay. And if you just see, I have access
Hold
to
on.
many modules. See, the list is very huge because I have a admin role. Hello.
Yeah, found out. After creating account in Snow, in
Mm.
users list, do we get any default users or we don't get any?
See, that is what this is a dummy data which we have. So by default,
Mm.
we have a data provided. And coming to your real-time projects, you will have all the real-time data, not a dummy data. Okay.
Okay, normally we'll see we can see some dummy data existing
This is
users.
on the PDI, personal developer instance, not in
Okay,
a real
okay,
time. Okay.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Sure. So this is the activity for you who are yet to create a this application like instance. Do that. It's free of cost, guys. Just use your any active mail account and activate it, and practice creating one user profile. I'll give you a navigation steps here. Just type users again under system, administration. You will be finding it. Just scroll down. You have user administration users. You can also bookmark it. The other way is like just type sys underscore user dot list. Okay, to open your user table. Just click on new button and create a new account, like new record. Sorry, new record of a user. And you can do one thing. Just click here on the filter conditions created on today. That means how many records are created on today. You can see the list. See only one record. This is the activity for now. I'll also share these notes with you all. Go through that whatever we have discussed in class. And tomorrow we have a class at same time, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay.